Well, that sucked. I love you, bro.
Oh boy. I can look stupid if I don't have this.
I mean, like, you kind of look stupid already.
Let's drop out of society.
Regress modernity. Regress to monkey.
Do it. No balls.
I was recording that whole
I did this project this year for a class where we were supposed to do a self-portrait. And you could do like a drawing, you could do a painting, you could do a video, or you could do a photo. And I chose to just do a photo because it was easy. And I have this nice new camera that's hopefully autofocusing better. And so the first one I did at the beginning of the semester wasn't that good because I kind of just wore a red shirt and a red mask and I was like, it's my favorite color. But then I did it again at the end of the semester and I actually liked that one a lot more. Partially because I was wearing this outfit basically. And part of the point that I tried to make in that second self-portrait was just how weird I felt at the end of this semester. And I very purposefully took the photo alone in my room. I was wearing this outfit and it was dimly lit and I was just looking at my computer. And it's very simple, but it's also like so representative of this year that I was alone and I was just staring at my computer. And you know, this outfit is not, it doesn't mean much, but I mean, it's a baggy sweater. It's, I think I was wearing sweatpants. I'm wearing jeans this time. And it's green, which is the opposite of my favorite color. Those that know me, you know that I am always red. That's always my thing. I just want to point out that when and where I'm doing this video right now is the perfect example of what my 2020 has been like. Not only is, I'm fully aware the lighting is horrible right now because it's just one big directional light box on the ceiling. But it is 11:20 at night. I'll probably edit this tonight. My family is walking around and running the water from their room that runs through a pipe right over here. And also, even though this is supposed to be kind of a New Year's thing, I'm shooting this on January 1st. So I kind of procrastinated. When I did a similar one of these videos last year, like kind of reflecting on my year and showing some videos I took, I said at the end of it that I would try and do a video, try and take a video every day, or at least like a couple times a month. I obviously didn't do that, partially because I never was actually going to, partially because nobody wants to see me sit in front of a computer and eat nachos and cry while I play Stardew Valley every day. Last year was, I don't want to say a bad year for me personally, but it was a significant year for me. It was a big year. And I also just never really want to say that any part of my life was especially bad or was only bad. You know, even when I was 13 and like my only friends had moved away and so I was just like trying to figure out who I was and where I was in middle school, like I still learned a lot and I still grew a lot and it was an important year of my life. That being said, 2020 was a bad year. And obviously it was partially because I was so excited for the year, but it was also just because everything shut down and I had to be home for most of the year and I didn't see my friends for months and both jobs that I had lined up were canceled and I had the best living situation at school yet and I was only there for 2 weeks and my grades plummeted because of online classes and all those other things. And I didn't get enough footage for this video because the bulk of my year is spent at school, and the 2 weeks I spent at school this semester were...
I'm gonna launch you that year. Do it! I can't wait to fight with someone over the last piece of ham.
Anyways, this video isn't supposed to be like just one of those videos where we're all like, man, 2020 was a strange year. It was a strange year. But that's not the point. The point is to reflect on my own personal lesson that I think I learned this year. And I think it partially stems from what I learned in 2019, where I kind of had to realize that year that there are some lessons which, even though you might know them, you really have to experience them for them to kind of take effect in your character. To really mean something, you have to have experienced that thing in the past. Last year for me, that was a lot of like friendship, relationship stuff that I had to figure out on my own. How to maintain friendships, how to maintain relationships, and how to understand people better. This year, that lesson that I had to experience, even though I already knew it, is simply the world doesn't revolve around you. And I know everyone knows that, and everyone's heard it, but I feel like most people hear that and know that in the terms of like, you're begging for a toy in the toy aisle when you're a kid, or you won't share your blocks with someone. Like, it's not an actual like, oh, the world is happening around me and it's greatly affected my life right now kind of lessons, you know? But this year, it was one of those lessons. And the world did greatly affect all of our lives. And now we have to deal with that. And the world not revolving around you is one of those glass half full, half empty kinds of lessons. And if you look at that glass half empty, you might think it sucks. And it does suck. You know, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit what's going on in your life. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But if you look at it glass half full, it can be one of the most freeing things that you ever learn, that you ever understand, that ever becomes part of you. The glass half full perspective is the kind of lesson that I try to teach people and that I had to learn going to the gym for the first time. You know, going in there, not being that fit, you walk in and you're like, everyone's looking at me. Everyone's looking at me because I don't know what I'm doing and I'm not going to be able to do half the workouts that I'm starting with. But the thing is, nobody cares. Nobody actually gives a shit. And that's a great life lesson to carry with you into other parts of your life. And I'm not saying this to like appease people who want to go out and steal and like, I'm definitely not saying this to appease people who want to go out and not wear masks and shit. You shouldn't use this as an excuse to treat other people poorly in your life. What you should use this as an excuse to do is to pursue your goals a little bit more carelessly. You know, nobody cares what you're doing with your life as long as you're doing something good. As long as you're happy, as long as you're satisfied with what you're doing. People aren't generally going to give a shit. And doing anything beyond is really just a respectable thing to do. You know, the fact that you can get out of bed in the morning and eat your meals and do your thing, and then also go out of your way to help people, go out of your way to speak your mind on political issues, to go to marches, to wear your mask, to social distance. That's respectable. But you only have to do the bare minimum. And people pay attention when you do more. And that's a really great thing. So yeah, the world doesn't revolve around us. And that's fine. We affect the world around us the way that we do, and when we're not affecting it, we're not affecting it. So yeah, that's kind of been my 2020. And I want to briefly talk about something I kind of mentioned earlier, which is that one of the many, hopefully, things that I'm going to do in my new year that is to pursue my goals a little bit more carelessly is take some time off from school. And I'm really looking forward to this because, like I said, I'm just not doing well with online classes. I just don't feel like I'm retaining the knowledge well enough, and it's affecting my grades. So I'm still going to be doing one class, but it's an independent study. And so what I'm going to be doing is an independent study on video essays. And so even if that maybe falls through, which I don't think it will, but even if it does, I'll probably still do this project. But yeah, I'm going to be producing a series of 4 video essays, or actually 5 video essays, on this channel. And I'm basically going to be kind of defining like what a video essay is, quote unquote. Spoiler alert, it's not that easy. And then after that, I'm going to do some video essays in various styles, and then kind of wrap it up by talking about what the process is like. And yeah, that's what my 2021's looking like so far. Hopefully I'll keep doing projects like that afterwards, but for now that's kind of one of my only goals. I'm also, another kind of careless thing I'm doing is I'm streaming on Twitch. So if you do want to see me cry and play Stardew Valley, that's the place to find it. And besides that, the only project I have is cleaning this dirty, crowded, spider-ridden basement. So it's going to be a bit before I can shoot down here again. I don't want this video to seem like I'm down on my luck and I've changed into a pessimistic old man within the year. I'm still very excited for what 2021 holds. And I'm excited to spend some of it after vaccines have gone out with the people that I didn't get to spend 2020 with. And I'm really looking forward to that. Because a lot of the videos that you saw at the beginning of this, I found and I'm like, holy shit, that happened this year. You know, like I shot that video this year. I saw these people this year. I mean, it sucks that this year feels so long, but it's really nice to know that it's only been a year since I've seen some of those friends. So, thank you for watching me blabber, and Happy New Year.